Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, dear community members. Hope everyone is doing well, inshallah. عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم said أو قال ما نقصت صدقة من مال وما زاد الله عبدا بعفو إلا عزا وما تواضع أحد لله إلا رفعه الله عز وجل. So in the first part of this hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam says, "Ma naqasat sadaqatun min malin." No sadaqah will take away or will reduce from one's money or one's wealth. And in another narration of this hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, before he said that, he made qasam. He swore. He said, "I swear on three things." And the first thing he said was that no one's money will be reduced due to sadaqah. So the question for myself and for all of us, inshallah, do we believe Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam and do we trust his promise? And I'm sure all of you believe in the promise of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam that no sadaqah will reduce one's wealth or money. And although we believe everything Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam says, I'll give you three pieces of evidence in our practical life how that actually happens. Because when you give sadaqah, your money practically does decrease. But how is that true that, as Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, your wealth is not going down? First piece of evidence, and I'm sure a lot of you have been there before, you give out money for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. A month later, a couple weeks later, 3 months later, you get money that you didn't expect from other sources. You do a good job at work, you get a raise, you get a bonus, you get a gift, money comes back, and if you are conscious and you are following what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is doing, you will actually notice that this is coming back due to what you gave a bit earlier. I'm sure a lot of you have examples of that happening to them. Second thing is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saves you something that would have actually taken away from your wealth. Sickness, a near-miss accident, or anything else that happens that would have cost you $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saves you from that, which is practically money coming back into your pocket or into your wealth. And the third and the most beautiful evidence of that is the story of Sayyida Aisha radiallahu anha with the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam when they slaughtered a goat or a sheep. And then she started distributing the meat for the poor and needy. And after she was done, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam asked her, "What do we have remaining from the goat or the sheep?" And she said, "I gave everything out. The only thing remaining is the shoulder." So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Everything is remaining except the shoulder." So he gave her the right perspective. Actually, everything that she gave out is what is remaining, and what they're going to consume and eat is what is gone. So all that you give for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is actually the money that is remaining in your wealth, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saving it for you on the day of judgment, inshallah. So as I mentioned earlier, we have a goal for our annual expenses, inshallah, for fundraising of $350,000 for this year. MashaAllah, we are on the 4th day of Ramadan and we are already at 20%. MashaAllah, barakallahu feekum and jazakumullah khair for all of those who donated already. Our plan for this year is to avoid as much as possible dedicated fundraising nights during Taraweeh, so we can all focus on the prayer and on the beautiful recitations of our Imamlis, inshallah. But to do that, we need your help to get to our targets, so that we get to the 350,000 inshallah by the end of the year. We have put together smaller targets so we can keep on track until the end of the month. So our target inshallah is to get to 50% of that by coming Sunday, Ramadan 11th, 75% of that by Ramadan 18th, which leaves us with only 25% going into the last 10 nights, which I'm sure and I trust, inshallah, that this is where everyone steps up and the rate of donation increases significantly during the last 10 nights. But let's not wait for that. Let's follow that. If we stay on track, all we'll have to do is quick reminders, quick appreciation and updates on where we're at, And inshallah, with the grace and blessing of Allah and the support of the community, we will get there before the end of the month. Jazakumullah khair, and may Allah accept all of your sadaqat, your siyam and your qiyam in the month of Ramadan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.